Sleeping and watching the screen is a problem for sleep health. But what we used to say was that that screen emitted blue light that inhibited the release of melatonin, which is a hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. And that may be true for kids, but for adults, not so much anymore because the light is too small to really affect that melatonin release. But what we believe the culprit is the fact that your mind is engaged and on high alert, scrolling those news feeds, drafting that last minute work email, and responding to text that's releasing dopamine. And even if it's something that you enjoy, like Mind Game at night, or that doom scrolling, it is causing release of dopamine that causes phone addiction. It keeps you on the phone longer, and then you have what the Norway study showed, an increased risk of insomnia.
So, Dr. Ash, I mean, a lot of folks at night, you mentioned doom scrolling, like a lot of folks are on the phone, you want to get that email off, or you want to respond, whatever. How can we wean ourselves off the phones at night? What can we do?
You know what? The studies actually also show the hour or two before is not the problem. It's the in-bed time, right? So do it an hour or two before. Don't do it in bed. Put the phone away in bed. And if you're going to scroll on the phone, pick something that's not going to be exciting or going to really get you all anxious. And, do something calm. Read a book, the book, or just a language app, something that's not going to engage the brain and excite the brain and release that.
What about TV? Like my husband likes to watch TV and fall asleep to it. Is that a good idea?
Well, it can be a problem.
Please say no.
Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely a no.
It's not as bad as the screen, but it's not as good as a book.
Exactly right. Okay. It really is. Just try to fall asleep and relax your brain. That's the best.
Okay. Another study had to do with diet and how that might relate to sleep.
Savannah, this is fascinating. This is a new study out of Japan that says your daily diet should really make sure you have protein and fiber. And the reason for that is new research shows that there's a microbiome brain axis that actually has a positive influence on your sleep and your brain health. So what happens there is when you have the right diet, that protein and the fiber, that encourages the chemical messengers to be increased in production, such as serotonin. And serotonin is really important for the regulation of sleep and for normal brain function. It also improves mental health and happiness. So protein and fiber. And what you want to do is about 2 hours before bedtime, don't start eating big meals. You want to avoid those large meals that might cause acid reflux, spicy foods, the alcohol and the caffeine. And if you're going to have a snack, have a light snack with protein, such as yogurt that would have probiotics, and also some grains. And so that would be a really simple thing you could do to help your sleep health.
Doctor, I want to ask you about this sleep trend. I got a buddy who swears by this mouth taping. I know it's all the rage now. And now there's this sleep technology company. They released their Sleep Around the World report earlier this month, and they took a look at some of these viral sleep trends. What more can you tell us about that, specifically mouth taping?
Well, mouth taping is a big fad right now. If you're going to do it, you want to get the medical grade, the porous tape. But, why are people doing this? They're doing it to stop snoring. They might have dry mouth. They may have bad breath. And there are a few studies that say it's really a benefit, right? But, you want to be really careful because you may mask real significant health problems. So see your doctor, see your dentist. There's better options than the mouth tape.
I mean, does it work at all?
Well, for some people, there's some people that swear that it helps with a dry mouth, but if you have nasal polyps or any kind of nose obstruction, or if you have sleep apnea, it can actually be dangerous. So again, you want to be careful with that.
It does